Kitty cat, you need to go away and come back. There you go. Okay, so no, we're not doing that phone. So today's the last day. I'm sorry, Raphael. I know you're tired. I'm tired too. Just, I want to show this event off before it ends. Let me switch so I could see it on my screen. There we go. And I realized I left something off. Let me turn it on. All right, should be good now. Everything's on, everything's good. All right. So for Love in Deepspace, they had the fun beach banner. In addition to pulling for the cards for that banner, they also have a little story event here, the Summer Estival Splash. This event, I learned Estival is a word. They did not typo. Estival is a word. Okay. But we are going to go through all of the stories. Each of these guys get a prologue and 5 chapters. And we get to raise these little birdies with them. And I came up with a name for each of them. So I think we're just going to go in the... Oh, sorry, Hina, I just saw that you have purple tails. Yes, thank you. My color scheme is actually meant to be like a blue and purple, but I know Natami leaned more into the purple. But yes, I love purple and royal blue, so that's my main color scheme. All right, so I'm gonna do what I did for the wedding multi-banner, and we're gonna start with Caleb and go from there to Raphael, my number one husbando. All right, so here we go. Let's scoot a little closer. As the camera starts recording, I point the lens at Caleb as he emerges from the cabin. This is great. We can see that Colonel Caleb has changed his clothes. Let's conduct a pre-trip interview. We're joined here today by our beloved Colonel. How do you feel about our Chirpy Island review journey so far? I make a fist to serve as a microphone and hold it toward Caleb. He's stunned for a moment, then he softly chuckles before holding my fist as if it were a real microphone.
To be honest, after going through a sea storm only to experience heavy rainfall and damage to the boat's turbine, things aren't looking too great. If it weren't for the coconut harvesting ship that spotted us, there would be 2 drenched birdies still drifting at sea.
Oh. And yay, thank you. Big hugs. I can't hold back my laughter anymore. The more I record, the more I realize how miserable we actually are.
I thought you started recording just to document the misery we're going through.
I brush away the damp hair from Caleb's forehead. That's one reason, but it's mostly because I want to have more photos and videos of us. Especially you. Ever since you started working, I rarely get the chance to take a picture of you. My exaggerated sigh is tinged with disappointment. I see Caleb's expression suddenly change and give him a mischievous look. You'd understand if I took a picture of that seaweed on your head during the downpour, right?
I knew I wasn't imagining things when I heard that shudder sound.
Pretending to be exasperated, Caleb shakes his head. We link arms, and when I move closer, I see the amusement in his eyes.
Your reasoning is flawless. How could I possibly disagree? You know, we should use this opportunity to make up for all those photos we missed.
Caleb takes the camera from my hands and adjusts it to point the lens at us.
Where were we?
Caleb clears his throat and pretends to treat it seriously.
Back to the matter at hand. While this trip has been full of surprises, it's precisely why things are exciting. So, I can only be more excited about the journey ahead. And I believe it'll leave us with more beautiful memories.
After we enter the hotel on Chirpy Island, Caleb wraps me in a towel and ushers me to take a shower. As I emerge from the steamy bathroom, the summer breeze flowing past the sheer curtains makes me feel refreshed. I feel so much better after taking a shower. Where's Caleb? Kate?
You don't need to shout. I'm over here.
I follow the sound of Caleb's voice and see his fluffy head bent over the washing machine. While in a towel.
You're just in time. Would you call this unexpected or a surprise? Oh, right. I recommend recording this.
No shame, huh? I take out my phone and start recording as I move closer to him. There are scattered twigs in the washing machine and... Is that an egg?
Judging by the patterns on the shell, it should be a rare bird egg. But this mess of twigs suggests there wasn't a bird who incubated it seriously.
Aww.
Wait, didn't we see some Wildlife Protection Society advertisements on the main island?
Thankfully, those ads are informative. Caleb and I contact them immediately and receive unexpected news. A new species. Sounds like something from a textbook, and we actually found one.
Looks like we got lucky. Very few people get an opportunity like this.
We'll take good care of it until they make it through the storm. After we discuss things, we agree that our top priority is to make a home for our guest. I've heard of that, like sometimes certain birds, they won't rest on their own eggs till they hatch. Sometimes they'll put them in another bird's nest and hope that they'll just sit on all of them.
I need one last flange bolt.
Here. After naming the bird Gala, after the apple, Caleb and I begin to build a nest for them. With our collaborative effort, a coconut-sized airplane hangs from the swing chair in the hotel courtyard. I think we're almost done, but I feel like something is missing. When the last word leaves my mouth, a wooden sign
Even
and a
the
pen
tiniest
float over to
cone needs
me.
a nameplate before it can be considered complete.
You're right. With this, you can always find your way home. Doesn't matter where you go. After giving it some thought, I write our names, ours and our birdies, on the wooden sign. Then I hang it on the nest. I turn to show Caleb my handiwork, only to find him holding a small bowl of water. He dips his fingers into it and sprinkles the water around the bird's nest. What are you doing?
It's a lucky potion that'll help the nest protect the bird.
I'm going to rename this video to Caleb's Childish Summer Vacation Diary.
It's a ritual that every pilot experiences before their first flight. Before takeoff, the ground crew uses high-pressure water cannons to create water arches. Then, the plane taxis under them.
Huh.
It's to wash away risks to welcome safety. It's very symbolic.
If it's a ritual every pilot goes through, then Caleb must have experienced it too. Oh, crap, crap, crap. It wanted me to tap, and I couldn't tell when it would be enough. I think for a moment before dipping my fingers in the small bowl of water, I flick some droplets at Caleb.
Is this a delayed revenge? Let me guess. It's because your defeat ended with a splash at the beach the other day.
I shake my head. It's a blessing. I'm making up for the ritual I missed. I hope Caleb comes home safe and sound from every mission.
I accept your blessing. But I need to correct you.
He puts down the water bowl, leans in, and shakes the necklace around his neck.
You were never absent.
Aww.
You're by my side every single moment of my life.
Over the next few days, Caleb and I learn about how to care for birds while waiting for Gala to hatch. And when the nest finally shows signs of movement, it's hatching! It's hatching, Caleb!
If I were it, I'd probably go back into my shell after hearing that.
It wasn't that loud. I give Caleb's firm arm a pinch. Then I hold my breath as I record the little fuzzball breaking out of their shell.
There. The air is clean now. Birds and humans can breathe again.
Wow, they're so tiny. Their eyes aren't even open yet.
But they want to learn how to walk.
Gala wobbles around in the nest. They take tiny steps and crawl. Just as they're about to fall, an invisible force lifts them into the air. Do you think they like this? As I watch Caleb use his evol to entertain our birdie, I playfully poke him. I wonder if you took this many tumbles when you were learning how to fly?
Maybe. All I remember is my first successful flight. I don't recall tumbling at any point.
Afterward, Caleb and I go through the trouble of feeding Gala. We watch them nestle into the airplane and fall asleep. A gentle breeze drifts through the courtyard as I lean against Caleb. I don't want to move.
Tired?
A little. You might as well use your evol to place me on the bed. I was mumbling to myself, but I'm lifted into the air within seconds. Caleb's hands are around my waist, and I'm close enough to feel his warmth and heartbeat.
I can use my evol for everything else, but this requires a personal touch.
Are they in the cabinet? No. Under the bed? They're not there either. Gala! I quickly turn toward the sound, only to find Caleb leaning against the doorframe with the hopping, energetic Gala in his hands. Our birdie, who's more plump now, has my bracelet hanging around their neck. Their chirps seem to express a smug satisfaction.
This little troublemaker snuck into my suitcase. They were trying to steal your bracelet when I caught them in the act.
I really do have a knack for finding hiding places. I take my bracelet, and Caleb promptly returns Gala to their nest. Their wings are still flapping frantically.
They squeezed behind the curtains the day before, hid in a drawer yesterday, and decided to sneak into my suitcase today.
I'm sorry I didn't see your earlier messages, Hina, but yeah, I took a workshop with Richard Horvitz several years ago. He's really nice. I had debated having a demo made with him because he does offer that service, but I wanted to wait until my health was in better shape, and it's been put off for a long time.
At this rate, they're gonna know this place's layout better than we do.
And this is before they can fly. Just wait until they learn how to do it. Imagining Gala flying away and us having to explain the loss to the Wildlife Protection Society makes me pinch the bridge of my nose. If only we had a tracking device. Doubt we can buy one here, though.
We'll just make one. It'll be easy.
Easy, he says. Huh? Caleb rummages through his suitcase and pulls out a small navigation device that stopped working properly after the shipwreck. When you said make one, you mean taking this apart and reassembling it into a tracking device?
You don't believe me? I haven't used an instruction manual to take stuff apart since 5th grade, you know.
In the blink of an eye, the small navigation device becomes a pile of components.
The modifications are almost done. Let's test the voice system.
What should I say?
Just say, preparing for departure, calibrating coordinates, and moving towards your destination.
What am I, Siri? Confused, I repeat the phrases that Caleb said exactly.
Oh, we need one more. Congratulations, your little pilot returned safe and sound.
Oh, well, I hope that if they're not streaming, that it's for good reasons and not bad reasons. That's a great play on the word, though. Family. I'm saving that. That's a good play on that word. Congratulations, your little pilot returned safe and sound. Nearby, our birdie seems to understand us. They flap their wings and fly in a circle around Caleb. Smiling, he nods and places the tracking chip into the small ankle band he prepared.
Done.
He fastens the small ankle band onto Gala's leg, and he puts his arm around my shoulders and guides me outside.
Let's test out your and Caleb's exclusive tracker.
What happened? Did something happen? Hold on. I think... Hold on. I need to fix this. Why are you freezing? Hold on. Come on. Why are you having trouble? Having technical difficulties, it seems. Something went weird. Hold on. I will be right back. Okay, I don't know why that happened, but restarting YouTube Studio fixed it. All right, back to Caleb. There we go. Let's see. To test those long-distance tracking capabilities, Caleb and I go to the beach. He takes out a tracking watch. The electronic display shows Gala's location, but the announcements... Is that my voice? I knew something was off when you asked me to say those lines earlier.
I can have you with me like this. You'll help me navigate whenever I need some help. Isn't that nice?
Really was becoming Siri. I want to laugh, but I'm so annoyed. However, the first thing I do is protest. That's not really fair. I should get a tracking watch with your foot. Before I can continue, Caleb gently takes my wrist and fastens another watch around it.
The target is 2 kilometers northeast. Are you ready to go?
Huh?
I knew you'd say that. I recorded it while you were busy looking for equipment.
As the sun sets, Caleb puts on his tracking watch, then he takes my hand and gives it a playful shake.
Like I said, it's your and Caleb's exclusive tracker. It's guaranteed to be fair. No matter what happens, we'll always stick together.
Yee. On a tranquil midsummer afternoon, Gala is sleeping. They're curled up in the airplane-shaped bird nest. Meanwhile, Caleb and I are beside a coconut. We're engaged in an intense arm wrestling match. Whoever loses this round has to make Gala's favorite roasted fish with mixed nuts tomorrow. Deal?
You're confident, huh? Alrighty, bring it on. I won't go easy on you.
I roll up my sleeves, press my palm against Caleb's, and begin to apply pressure. I won't lose to you. I talk big, but as time passes, the ache in my wrist gradually intensifies. Almost out of strength. Looks like it's time for a last-ditch effort. I pretend to weaken my grip and let my wrist go slack. It'll make him lower his guard. As I gather my strength and prepare to launch my counterattack, the hand beneath mine suddenly weakens. Huh? The momentum makes me crash into Caleb's chest, and my forehead smacks his necklace. The impact makes me see stars. Caleb, didn't we agree you wouldn't let me win?
I didn't expect you to use so much force. You...
What? For some reason, Caleb breaks into a coughing fit as soon as he makes eye contact with me. It's like he's desperately trying to hold something back. Why are you staring at my forehead?
It's nothing. Anyway, I'll count this as my loss. I'll handle tomorrow's work.
His gaze falls on my face before he looks away. Noticing the corners of his mouth twitching upward despite his efforts, I realize something's wrong and pull out my phone. On my red forehead is an apple-shaped imprint. In the bathroom, I place a bandage over the red mark on my forehead while looking in the mirror. Caleb stands innocently at the doorway.
To be honest, it looks kind of cute.
I glare daggers at him. Sorry, but I'm still holding a grudge and I'm not speaking to you at the moment. Can you move, please? I need to change. After I come out of the bathroom, Caleb is nowhere to be seen. Instead, Gala flaps their wings and hops in front of me. They're carrying a small bag woven from grass that Caleb made. They look ready to head out. Do you want to play outside? Is that why you're dressed up? I pat Gala's head. They tilt their head and blink before clearly chirping. Huh? You can talk? Yay! Delighted, I scoop them up and turn to find Caleb. But then I remember I'm supposed to be giving him the silent treatment. I force myself to stop in my tracks. Gala quickly flutters out of the room. I hear them a second later. I see Caleb sent his little peacemaker. I wonder... Fine, tell the big dummy over there that I wasn't really angry. Gala quickly flutters out of the room. I hear them a second later.
Even the tone's perfect. I see you haven't exactly cooled off.
I'm not that petty. Caleb sounds somewhat troubled.
Can you ask her a question for me? What would make her stop ignoring me?
Aww. Our birdie chirps with a somewhat understanding look. Then they dash back into the room. That's not what he actually meant, right? With a resigned sigh, I pick up Gala and stand up. I'm ready to put an end to this misunderstanding. I barely look up before meeting Caleb's mirthful gaze.
Why aren't you calling Caleb a dummy anymore?
I didn't say that. It was Gala. Caleb walks over and places his fingertips on my forehead. He leaves behind a cool medicinal scent. He's holding a small jar of ointment, which has been warmed by his hands.
Good. Your forehead isn't red anymore.
Yeah, I'd say it's 99% better.
I guess my little messenger didn't successfully deliver the apology note from their pouch. However, a sincere apology should be delivered in person. I'm sorry for laughing at you. As punishment, I can let you flick my forehead?
He leans down and willingly brushes up his bangs. I waste no time in flicking his forehead. How did you even come up with this silly solution?
If it works, right?
Okay, you convinced me. This cold shoulder is warm now. I take the opportunity to pinch his cheeks, and he laughs as he pulls me into his arms.
I can get a good night's sleep tonight.
Seemingly sensing we made up, Gala hops between us and with the pouch in their beak. As Gala's wings grow stronger, learning how to fly has become their favorite activity. But this has led to frequent mishaps. Seeing Gala stranded on the roof after flying up there, I have no choice but to grab a ladder so I can rescue them. The little yellow fuzzball promptly hops into my palm and tilts their head at me. That's what you get for flying up there while Caleb is out for his morning run. Now I'm the one who has to rescue you. You should wait until Caleb is around before flying.
Your whispers are so loud, I couldn't even pretend to not hear them.
I suddenly hear Caleb's voice behind me. I turn around to find him holding up his phone. He recorded the entire process of me rescuing our birdie.
Since you've seen the camera, say hi.
I look down and gently poke Gala. Did you see that, Gala? It's called being childish. That's right. I can't help but laugh. But in the next second, the birdie and I suddenly fly up together against our will. Caleb reaches out and catches us.
That's not being childish. This is being childish.
We didn't need a legit example. After returning to the room, Caleb and I talk for a minute. Hey, Wanda, that is not a chew toy. Our discussion concludes with us on the same page. We decided to provide some proper lessons for Gala's flying.
Using airplane protocols, we can have them master takeoff and low altitude flying first. But we need a moving target for them to fly at a low altitude in a controlled manner.
Thank you for the hug, Hina. My cat is being a brat right now. As he speaks, he raises his hand to make a piece of jerky float in midair. Gala immediately flies out from their nest. It works! Caleb's jerky training program proves to be very effective. Watching Gala fly freely and gracefully through the house as they follow the jerky, I sit back at the kitchen island. They're learning very quickly. They're smart.
Having an excellent teacher probably helps.
Really? Well, there's more than one excellent teacher here. I toss a blueberry. Gala skillfully catches it before flying back to my side. Meanwhile, Caleb hands me half a papaya. I use a small spoon to scoop out the sweetest part from the center to entice Gala. Oh, Gala, Gala, who's your excellent teacher, me or him?
Won't you look at that? Birdie has a good eye.
Someone annoyed yet amused, I still feed the papaya to Gala. Then I tap their head with the empty spoon. Silly bird, he didn't even give you papaya.
I'm right here.
I'm being honest. I raise my head and a cool piece of papaya is popped into my mouth.
This is the proper destination for Caleb's papaya.
Time flies. Under our attentive care, Gala has grown into a mature bird. They fly fast and have an excellent sense of direction. Maybe it's because of Caleb's special training combined with his natural talent. With our little pilot by our side, our exploration of Chirpy Island draws to a close as we relax on the sofa. We lazily idle away the rest of our vacation.
Speaking of popular vacation destinations, the sea storm by the Azure Islands has finally subsided.
So that's why the Wildlife Protection Society said they'll be here tomorrow. The storm is gone.
Yeah, it left as quickly as it appeared.
Understanding what Caleb is implying, I look at Gala as they bask in the sunlight with their eyes half closed. Gala would be flying outside by now, but they're staying with us today. Caleb, should we give them a souvenir?
Like?
Like a little nameplate for their nest? Or we can make them a tiny pilot hat? Ever since they saw that photo of you wearing your flight suit, they've been balancing bottle caps on their head.
Good idea. It'd be even better if the materials had some sentimental meaning too. What about this?
Just as I'm thinking about it, a crystalline pilot hat bounces through the air toward me. What is that? Before I can continue, Gala flies over and balances the little hat on their head.
Yeah, finally you can wear this bad boy.
As he speaks, Caleb pulls out a small box from under the living room table.
Open it.
I do as he says and find a tiny toy gun and a small model airplane inside. They're made from crystallized twigs and adorned with fresh flowers and leaves.
All of these materials were personally selected and brought back by Birdie. We agreed to give them to you today.
Aww.
Stopping them from spilling the beans for a whole day wasn't easy, though. Good job.
Caleb pats Gala's head. So that's why Gala stayed inside all day. I carefully take out the toy gun. Sunlight streams through its crystalline surface. Surprisingly, it feels warm to the touch. I wouldn't have even thought of making these.
I just wanted to make a little hat for them. But they kept bringing in more material and insisting we have everything.
As he speaks, he picks up the small airplane, moves closer, and brings it next to my hand.
One for each of us.
Aww. The day to say goodbye to Gala arrives too early. After confirming the protection protocol for Gala with the Wildlife Protection Society, we also make plans to visit whenever we can in the future. After that peaceful afternoon sunlight streams into the room as I lean against Caleb, I start to review the videos from our trip. He's napping. Huh? The video on my phone suddenly plays sound, and I quickly press the mute button. Gonna make me want to take a nap at this rate, Caleb. Stop! Phew. Thankfully, it didn't wake him up. I put my headphones back on and try to play the video again, but I accidentally start playing a video that was recorded earlier.
This angle is perfect. It's 5 in the morning. You're still asleep. And Birdie went out to pick pretty flowers for our souvenirs.
In the video, he's leaning toward me, and he looks at my sleeping self from the camera lens.
You said you rarely get the chance to take pictures with me. There's something I haven't done in a long time, too. Seeing you like this every morning after I wake up.
As Caleb speaks, he gently pats my head. He freezes when I turn over in my sleep and slowly withdraws his hand.
I know you've been tired lately. I wouldn't want to wake you when you can sleep in. Actually, I don't want our vacation to end because of it.
Aww. Caleb watches me quietly, then he softly chuckles again.
It's okay. We'll have plenty of time and opportunities in the future. We'll have more vacations, take more pictures together, create more memories.
Beyond the floor-to-ceiling windows next to us, the sun slowly rises from the ocean and breaks through the clouds. As the morning sun rises, he gently kisses my hair.
The beginning of every summer will be just like today. I promise.
Aww. And that's Caleb's story for this event. They do say little random things if you click on them, and you can, even after you've fed the bird enough to get the full size, you can still see what it looks like at its different stages. I kind of like the fledged design the best. It's so cute. Look at that little pudgy fluffy bird. But it's an adult, so I'm leaving it as an adult. Alright, so next up is Xavier. All right, sleepyhead, let's go. The Tourism Bureau's ferry is about to dock, and Xavier and I are already basking in Chirpy Island's sunlight. Xavier faces the shore as he unfolds the map. He skillfully plans our route.
The island's only hotel is having their soft opening. It's some distance away from the pier. After the ferry docks, we can take our time walking there and admire the island's unique mangrove forest.
I'll let Captain Xavier lead the way. However, the blue sky suddenly changes as the ferry docks. Rain falls. With no time to admire the scenery, we hurry toward the hotel, one holding the umbrella, the other with the luggage in tow.
Wait, why did you bring a bun umbrella?
Almighty and strong Bun Bun volunteered to shield us from the wind and rain.
But judging by its expression, it doesn't seem very willing.
Did you forget that its mouth is always turned downward? After a short while, a wet gray bird suddenly darts under our umbrella. It joins our little group. Are all the birds on Chirpy Island this friendly?
Its wings are completely soaked. It probably can't fly.
But the little gray bird shows no intention of resting. It continues to flap its wings vigorously.
Maybe it doesn't want to stay dry. It could be trying to lead us somewhere.
The rain is letting up. Should we follow it and see where it goes? It can be our captain for a while. Curious, we follow our little bird captain to a tree deep within the mangrove forest.
It stopped. Sorry, but neither of us understands bird speak.
The little bird frantically flies to the treetop. It stops once it reaches an egg trapped among the branches. It's asking for our help. A moment later, the egg is in Xavier's arms. The bird is completely gray, so why is this egg bright yellow? Doesn't look like it belongs to it. Let's return the egg to its rightful owner. Wait, why is it flying away? Doesn't it want the egg? The gray bird with the air of a vigilante gradually disappears from our sight. My job is
guess it
done,
entrusted
whoosh!
The egg to us.
I guess so. With no other choice, we bring the egg back to the hotel. Following the auto receptionist's suggestion, we contact the local Wildlife Protection Society. The results exceed our expectations. The little creature inside this egg could potentially be a new species that needs humans to protect it. Since the sea storm has prevented the Wildlife Protection Society from setting out immediately, we'll step in and temporarily care for the egg on their behalf. Thankfully, we helped that little bird. A twist of fate is why we were able to rescue this egg.
Thankfully, we've partnered up again for this special mission.
Xavier pulls the soft curtain in the room to reveal a courtyard connected to the outside world. This place is perfect for our birdie's new home.
Then let's get our little guest checked in.
After setting up a simple bird's nest in the courtyard, Xavier checks for any potential safety hazards to ensure the hatching environment is foolproof.
The nest is sheltered from the rain, all the hard objects have been cleared away, and there are no gaps where it could get stuck. This new home should be very safe for our birdie.
Hey. No wonder Puffball and the others adore you, Xavier. You're a bird whisperer who makes them feel safe. Xavier peers behind me, his gentle voice floating above my head.
Security and affection have the same value to you? Okay, I'll remember that. Security comes in various forms, though. And the security I want to give you is different from what I give to birds.
We'll continue that in a sec, but I need to check something. One moment. Okay, cool. And I can bring it back now. And we'll continue. To welcome our birdie, I've been looking up recipes for baby bird formula. Meanwhile, Xavier uses his evol to provide light for the egg during these rainy days. This batch has the best texture and tastes good. It's my most successful attempt. Try some. Xavier's expression turns inscrutable as he stares at the indescribable substance I'm holding up to his lips.
Are we sure anything that has this color is edible?
You don't have any right to comment on that. That's true. He's not the best cook. It's just fruit puree. That's why it's sticky. And I made this batch for you. Hey, slow down. He drains the entire cup without another word. I rest my head on his lap and bask in the sunlight that radiates from him.
Can you feel it? The light I create for you is warmer than what I give to Birdie.
Luna is the name we chose for our birdie, because under his alter ego Lumiere, it's got a lot of moons, so I figured I'd name this bird after the moon. Birds are smarter than you think. If it grows up and catches you playing favorites, it might hold a grudge.
If it's going to hold a grudge, we might as well give it a few more reasons to dislike us.
He leans in and the strands of hair in his forehead almost brush against the edge of my nose. Our quiet moment is suddenly disturbed by an unexpected sound.
Perfect timing.
I don't know that you're giving that a positive tone. I think it's Luna, look! I quickly jump up from Xavier's lap. With a deliberate slowness, he moves behind me.
Now it's my turn to hold a grudge.
Dude got cock blocked by an egg hatch. I record Luna's hatching process and Xavier writes brief notes nearby.
Light yellow plumage, distinct tufts visible on head and chest area, needs verification. Time taken to hatch.
Anyone who's listening would think you're documenting a new wanderer species. I didn't expect them to hatch so quickly.
They must have been eager to meet us.
Xavier reaches out to touch Luna, but he's pecked twice by the little bird whose eyes aren't even open yet.
They're more eager about eating than meeting us.
I can understand that. I'm hungry too. After eating their fill, Luna immediately falls into a deep sleep, and we head back to our room.
They ate everything. That means your fruit puree has our seals of approval.
I was in a rush, so it could be improved. Look at the recipes I found. I opened my browsing history only to find several unfamiliar links that weren't there before. Learn bird speak from scratch and master bird speak in 10 days with 2 simple tricks? What are these? I never looked at Xavier?
Knowledge can't weigh you down, and you're never too old to learn.
Very true. One day, as I'm about to feed Luna, I notice something strange on their body. Hey, Xavier, did you put this collar around their neck? It looks nice. But I feel like I've seen it before for some reason.
Oh, that's the toy ring you bought from Otto. It got stuck on them after we played this morning. I can't remove it.
What should we do? Has our birdie been living too well? How did they get so round? I look at Luna and try to remember how they ended up so plump. Xavier sits on the carpet and flips through Chirpy Island Bird Guide Volume 5.
Let's see if this book can help us find Birdie's ancestors.
You're already on the 5th volume. You still haven't given up? Speaking of which, where's Luna? Xavier turns around and makes his hoodie face me. There's a small tuft of yellow feathers peeking out from inside. They're sleeping in your hood again. Is it comfier than a bird's nest?
You're welcome to crawl in and see for yourself.
I'll let them have it. They don't even need to flip over to sunbathe anymore since they're not leaving your hood anytime soon. Yep. Works for kittens, too. Small kittens. Aside from lounging lazily in Xavier's hood and not wanting to move, Luna has a terrifyingly enormous appetite. Also, welcome, by the way, Jehoshaphat. I watch Xavier catch a fish with every cast of his rod. Then Luna devours it with every peck in the basket. We have a new saying, huh? Xavier loses every fish he catches. Should we stop fishing for today?
It's okay. I'm not tired.
I'm worried Luna might overeat. Look at them. Xavier tips Luna out of the fish basket.
They're a growing birdie. A little extra food won't hurt.
Xavier places Luna, dizzy from overeating, back into the fish basket. Why did you put them back into the basket if we're heading back?
I'm not going home empty-handed.
Now I finally understand why Luna is so round now.
Why?
It's hard to explain, but aside from controlling their food intake, we also need to make sure they get more exercise. To address this, I asked Otto to quickly deliver a bird exercise wheel. I placed Luna on it.
They're lying down again.
Mood. Xavier turns the wheel a few times. While Luna doesn't move, they happily bob their head up and down. Why are you turning it into a pirate ship ride for them? This is an exercise wheel.
Oh, is that how you're supposed to use it?
What should we do? Our birdie's too clever. Even putting food outside to trick them into chasing after it didn't work.
What about this?
A speck of light appears at the top of the wheel. Xavier is using his evol. Luna stares at the light for a while. Then they finally start chasing it. They're moving! Shiny things really do get their attention. But since they're moving in the same relative position to the light, they won't catch up to it, even if they start galloping. Can birds gallop? Seeing this, Xavier quickly packs his bag. Then he slightly lifts his arm and invites me to take it.
We'll let them chase an uncatchable star, and we'll go out and chase the waves and wind.
But Luna...
Don't worry. The light will disappear after a while. It won't turn our bird into a machine.
Reassured, I put on my straw hat and grab Xavier's arm. I prefer this star. I don't need to chase after you because you'll wait for me. Okay, I think we're on 3 now. After trying out the exercise wheel, Luna's passion for working out has become unstoppable. Become unstoppable. But they still can't fly, so their outdoor workout currently consists of kicking fruit around on the beach with their bird friends.
The fruits you want to kick are over there. None of them are on me.
I throw over 2 more lychees to lure away the little birds that surround Xavier.
I can't believe these birds can resist eating lychees. They'd rather kick them around.
Maybe they're tired of them. Just thinking about eating another hotel meal set with the exact same food would make me lose my appetite too.
We need to change the dishes. But there aren't any chefs around here who can handle such an important task. I guess I'll have to step in.
After Xavier's phone call, 4 autos work together to pull a food cart, pull a small food cart in front of us.
The cart, signboard, hot pot base, and seafood skewers you ordered have been delivered, sir.
I saw this unused food cart at the hotel entrance last night. We can put it to good use.
The food cart appears to have been redecorated by the autos, and the ink on the signboard is still wet. Xavier snacks?
Skewer hot pot. It'll be an unprecedented specialty on Chirpy Island.
Wanted to change, but not like this. Seeing Xavier's eager expression, I can only nod solemnly. I always knew I could count on you. The skewers are almost done. Xavier's face, flushed from the hot pot steam, almost matches the sunset. I jump from the lounge chair and grab a fan from the table to fan him.
It's not ready yet. And this isn't barbecue. You don't need to fan them.
I'm not fanning the skewers. I know they're not ready yet, but you're about to be fully cooked. Xavier presses the back of his hand against his face.
Is it obvious?
Yeah, you're medium well. Soon after, Xavier's Snacks gains more customers. Luna and their friends arrive. Unlike me, who's forcing myself to eat, the birds seem to have a particular fondness for Xavier's culinary creation. They compete with one another to get a piece. The target audience for Xavier's cooking isn't humans, huh? These misbehaving customers refuse to wait in line. They even go straight to the pot to snatch food with their beaks. Bird with the longest feathers seems to be heading toward the pot, too. Shut up so fast. Those abs definitely are well done. Despite Xavier's timely intervention, a section of the poor bird's feathers is burnt by the hot pot. At least it safely escaped.
It's okay. Your feathers will shine again.
The other birds gather around it. They chirp and chatter. Did you hear that? The birds are complimenting you. Wait, are the birds complimenting you? I lock eyes with Xavier. We stare at each other in disbelief.
The skewers weren't poisonous, so we shouldn't be hallucinating, right? Is there a traitor among them that doesn't speak their native language?
We turn toward the sound and see Luna waving their wings at us. They're the source of those mysterious words. Now I know what they mean by setting the world on fire with some tweets.
The Wildlife Protection Society said they might have a talent for language mimicry, but I didn't expect it to happen so suddenly.
What's even more surprising is that their first words were a compliment for you. Our birdie and I are on the same page.
Why does the bird get to be on the same page as you?
Xavier. Because, as it happens, I also want to compliment the guy who's willing to get himself roasted just to make sure I get to experience something special, Xavier.
I'm roasted and smell great. If you don't believe me, you can sniff me.
Oh, that's not my thing, Xavier. It's okay. Oh god, I'm just imagining people that are into sniffing like armpits. Oh god. Brain, come back from the gutter. Come back to Jesus. After witnessing Xavier rescue their companion, Luna started to believe more in the power of light. Their wings grew stronger and they began learning how to fly. They often pester Xavier to create shooting stars with his evil to help with their training.
There's still time to change the direction.
I can't predict where that star will appear next. Isn't this flight training a little too difficult?
They requested it to be hardcore. They're more energetic now. Maybe they found a birdie they want to protect.
Aww. Or maybe they were impressed by your heroic display that day, so they want to grow up to be Lumiere Bird. I'm about to tease him more when my watch suddenly emits a sound I haven't heard in a long time. Xavier, there's a wanderer! Luna's flight training is cut short as we immediately head out to investigate.
This island is affected by a protofield. A wanderer appearing was only a matter of time.
This is the place the watch listed. There's nothing here, though. We scan the area around us, but our surroundings are empty. Suddenly, I feel something pecking at my feet. I look down. Is this it?
It doesn't look as fierce as the wanderers we've seen before. But since we're on Chirpy Island, it's not really surprising.
The wanderer before us, an owl-like creature, has its beak wide open. It angrily chatters in our direction.
Let me correct myself. It can let out a vicious bird screech. It's very fierce.
The wanderer continues its assault on my shoes. Why is it only attacking me? Why do wanderer birds also give you special treatment?
Is it because you're standing on its actual target?
I awkwardly step back to reveal a seashell. The bird immediately starts pecking at it. It ignores us. Does it resemble Fluffy, the wanderer we met in the field of flowers?
There could be ecological similarities between Chirpy Island and that place.
After we record our findings and report them, the wanderer, who had enough fun with the seashell, directs its curiosity towards us. It's watching us. I don't sense any hostility, but that wide-eyed stare is still intense.
I wonder if it could have friends with that personality. If Birdie were here, I think I just heard its voice. Huh?
Huh? A yellow blur crashes into the space between us and the wanderer. Luna strikes a heroic pose. Their intense, vigilant gaze lands on the wanderer. They really did appear like Lumiere.
Lumiere's entrances aren't this dramatic.
We crouch down to pet Luna's round, plump head. And we give them a round of applause for their bravery. Looks like the spirit of Lumiere will live on in our birdie. I wonder what the actual Lumiere thinks.
I think he's going to name them Lumiere Bird.
With Lumiere as their role model, Luna always pretends to be a hero when they're outside. They stand up for the weak. But after learning about our upcoming separation, they retreated into their nest to sulk. After being absent for a whole day, they lead us to the garden, which has become a bustling bird sanctuary. There are so many birds. Be careful. Try not to step on any of them.
Are they having a bird party?
Noticing our arrival, the birds grow increasingly excited, and Luna suddenly lets out a loud cry.
What kind of code is this? Chirp, 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 chirp?
Luna and several of their companions carefully carry a bird's nest in their beaks. They glide toward us. The nest is lined with colorful feathers, and a familiar yellow plume sits on top of it.
I heard that birds use feathers to recognize their companions. So they brought us these to show that they've accepted us as one of their own.
Aww. Aww.
Even without these feathers, I'll still remember you.
Mm. Take good care of yourself from now on, okay? There are many birds who need your help. The feather on Luna's head twirls excitedly before they flick their tail. Then they dive into my arms.
They're already recognized as Lumiere Bird in the avian world, but they still like to hug you just like when they were a fledgling.
Aww. Compared to the actual Lumiere, I'd say they're not as clingy. What do you think? With us joining the party, the bird celebration quickly reaches its climax. Suddenly, the doorbell rings from outside the courtyard.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Xavier and Miss? I'm from Wildlife Protection Society. I see you two have a deep bond with it and gained a few feathered friends. I believe our bird-in project will be able to move forward now.
Bird-in? When you first contacted the Wildlife Protection Society, you suggested the courtyard be transformed into a bird-in? Even if it was... Pardon me. Even if it was meant to be a surprise, I can't believe I didn't find out about this. You're really good at keeping secrets, Xavier.
We still have time to create the most important feature for our bird-in. The sign. After we write our names on the small blackboard, I think about the other things we could add. How did you come up with this idea in the first place? If Birdie hadn't met us, they would probably need a place like this to stay at. It could also accommodate other birds that have nowhere else to perch. It was a simple thought. It's nothing special. Aww. Even though it sounds simple, actually executing it isn't easy. Huh? As the idea gradually takes shape in my mind, I sketch outlines with the chalk. Think about it. The universe is vast, yet too stingy to provide rest stops that travelers can visit. You're providing a sanctuary for these tiny creatures. You've given them a place where they can stay or leave whenever they wish. I set down the chalk. On the blackboard is a small planet with a tiny bird perched on top of it. Surprise flashes in Xavier's eyes after he sees my drawing. It melts into tenderness. I hope this inn can become a safe, beautiful planet for birds. Exactly like your drawing. I'm not done yet. There's still more. I take his hand and guide him as we fill the blackboard with countless stars using colored chalk. Aside from your balcony and this bird inn, you're also a safe harbor. That's why you radiate a magical charm that attracts these small animals. Is the small animal next to me also attracted to my charm? I press my whole body against his to let him feel my reliance on him. You can stay like this and treat me as your safe harbor, but you're only allowed to stay. You can't leave. Aww. And that's Xavier's. He's such a softie. All right, that's 2 down, 3 to go. So I think the next one we're gonna do is Zayne. Sunlight pours over Chirpy Island. The air is infused with the scent of sea salt and tropical flowers. Yes, the doctor will see you now. Just as we arrive at the white building housing the hotel,
A small round robot hovers before us.
Welcome to Chirpy Island. I'm Otto, your front office coordinator for this trip. I hope you have a relaxing vacation.
You're even on a remote island. Otto, wearing a grass skirt, spins and gives me a garland with tropical flowers.
Are you sure you want me to wear this?
As island experience reviewers, we need to participate in the local welcome rituals.
The photos will be compiled into a personalized album and delivered to you after you leave.
I didn't expect the guest rooms to be far away from the lobby. Thank goodness they delivered our luggage in advance. Would have been a hassle to carry those heavy bags. We're walking back to our room now.
I do remember you saying that we should travel light before we left. So it was part of your plan. You needed the extra space to clean out the souvenir shop.
As they say, since you're here, you might as well do it. The door recognizes us and unlocks itself. Just as I'm about to push it open, Zayne grabs my wrist.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Hmm? Rustling seeps past the slightly ajar door. Did someone break in? We exchange a glance before forcefully pushing the door open. We soon come face to face with several pairs of round, beady black eyes. The sheer curtains billow wildly in the sea breeze. Meanwhile, several plump creatures sit on the coffee table with an overturned fruit bowl. Upon seeing us, they freeze and become little fluffy statues. Is this the hotel's special welcome committee?
The local residents' hospitality is certainly unique.
My eyes land on a particularly plump tree kangaroo. It's standing on our open suitcases as it tries to stuff a snowman-shaped wallet into the pouch on its belly. That's my wallet! Under my steadfast gaze, the tree kangaroo's paw trembles. Plop! A pair of sunglasses falls out of its pouch.
And my sunglasses.
Oh no, they're running away! Zayne, hurry! Got our sunglasses and wallet back. We stand in a grove of palm trees near the hotel. Dejected, the tree kangaroo stands in an ice cage and reluctantly retrieves items from its pouch. Surprisingly, Zayne's cufflinks and my hairpin are among its assorted collection.
Wild tree kangaroos rarely collect accessories. The island's protofield is most likely intensifying their brain activity. They have an affinity for round objects, too. Truly, they have a unique, single-minded aesthetic.
After retrieving the stolen goods, Zayne dissolves the ice cage. Confused, the tree kangaroo lifts its head.
You're not going to leave?
The tree kangaroo cautiously extends a foot and sees we have no intention of stopping it. It stares at Zayne and blinks a few times as if it made a decision. Then it reaches into its pouch again. Hi, Cole. What is it? Colorful seashells, pebbles, and even half a piece of coconut candy tumble out. Oh, I can't see the screen move! As it Rummages. They lie scattered on the ground. Is your pouch some kind of bottomless bag? How can you fit so many things there? It's like the carpet bag from Mary Poppins. Under our watchful eyes, it carefully nudges a small yellow ball toward Zayne's feet. Oh, what are you doing? Before we can react, it darts into the bushes. Then it peeks its head out from behind a tree to watch us. Is it thanking us? Or apologizing for what happened earlier?
I don't think this peace offering has a legitimate origin.
Curious, I move closer and see a creamy yellow egg with cloud-like patterns resting in Zayne's palm. It gave us an egg. Its color is unusual, too. What do you think will hatch from it?
Based on the shape and texture of the shell, it's most likely a bird.
I poke the egg and sense its warmth against my fingertip. The egg unexpectedly rolls in a circle on Zayne's palm.
I suppose the resident inside it can't wait to come out.
After a thorough discussion, Zayne and I take the strange egg back to our hotel. As for what happens after, we'll decide once we get in touch with the Wildlife Protection Society. After contacting the local conservation organization, we learned that this egg likely belongs to an undocumented new species of bird. Until the experts arrive, we'll temporarily serve as its caretakers and nurture this unknown life. The manual says that having the nest resemble a natural one will help baby birds adapt to the wild more quickly.
Is that why you made me collect branches and coconut shells first thing in the morning?
Oh, both. Thank you. Our friend has been moving more and more frequently lately. It might hatch in the next few days. Dawn arises as Zayne and I sit shoulder to shoulder in a corner of the hotel courtyard. We're organizing the materials we've collected. Following the care manual provided by the organization, we build a nest for our islander that's going to hatch.
All these preparations. Is this a special ritual that all first-time pet owners experience?
It's our first meeting. I want us to make a good impression. Despite his teasing words, Zayne earnestly leans in to help me create the bird's nest. These branches are too stiff. I can't weave with them. Discouraged, I lowered my hands and looked at Zayne.
You keep staring at me. Are you going to use my hair to tie the branches together?
That's a good idea. Pretending to lunge for Zayne's hair, I reach out. I heard that some birds decorate their nests with pretty objects to attract their feathery sweethearts. Zayne doesn't pull away. He lets my fingers move like fluttering little birds in his palm until he gently holds them.
You can probably skip that step. I think the person you're referring to was attracted to you a long time ago.
Aww. After a morning of hard work passes, a rather beautiful bird nest sits before us. We did it! Zayne holds out his hand to me. High five! Good job, us!
I was actually asking you to hand me the wrench.
Oops. After Zayne successfully hangs up the bird nest, he holds out his hand to me again. Do you need another tool?
No. This time, it's to celebrate our hard work.
As if sensing a home, the incubator behind us emits a series of crisp sounds reminiscent of cracking eggshells. Surprised, Zayne and I freeze and turn toward the sound. There's a small crack at the top of the eggshell. A tiny, wet beak struggles to push its way out. It's at least 10 times rounder than I imagined. The ball that just hatched shakes their wings. As if they understood my words, they nuzzle my palm. Oh, precious baby. Zayne cautiously reaches out, but Yuki immediately retreats into my palm. Only their tiny, bean-like eyes peek out.
They're afraid of me.
Aww. All babies are afraid of doctors. Little birds are no exception. Don't worry, they don't know you yet. I'm sure they'll like you once you spend some time together.
You believe in me?
Of course! I'm speaking from experience. The little bird in my hand looks left and right. Then they tilt their head in confusion. So I named the bird with Zayne Yuki because that's Japanese for snow. Yuki is growing faster than we expected. It's probably because of the protofield. After our birdie finally learns how to find food, Zayne and I officially start our exploration as island experience reviewers. Hey, Jehoshaphat, he's wearing the shirt that you think looks awful. Doctors never have good news, they always find something wrong. So true. So true. It's either they already find something wrong or they want to do a test to find something wrong. I thought you'd choose to walk to the forest on the other side of Chirpy Island. I didn't think you'd take a boat to traverse the crystal caves around the island.
Since we're here to experience what this place has to offer, being cautious would be too boring. Besides, didn't you want to see the beach? We wouldn't have been able to get here if we went to the forest.
Would you say it looks like a hot mess? 'Cause I might. Zayne and I stop in our tracks when we arrive at a pure white beach. At first glance, the shoreline looks as if it's covered with a thick blanket of snow. It reminds me of Zayne for some reason. I scoop up a handful of fine snow. Warmed by the sun and pleasantly hot, it slips through my fingers.
How does it feel?
Oh, well, I guess it fits then, since his name does start with a Z. You know, just as a quick aside, like I do look at the official Reddit for Love and Deepspace, and I noticed a trend on there lately is people will post a picture of all 5 of the love interests, and they'll try to ask family members or their spouses, like, okay, based on looks alone, who do you think is what? Like, what job are they? What kind of person are they? Some people thought Zayne was like a lawyer or a teacher. It's like warm snow in summer. Oh, what should I do? I want to build a Zayne.
Since when did I become synonymous with snowman?
Oh, come now. You already know. Just now. I crouched down and began building a snowman with the white sand. Zayne helps by compacting the sand. Before long, a plump snowman gradually takes shape. Feel like something's missing. I know. I pick up a few I think it's frangipanis, and place them on the little snowman's head. The big snowman is wearing a garland, so the little snowman shouldn't be left out. In the middle of our conversation, we hear a sound behind us and turn to look. A curious little seal tilts its round head as it examines our sand snowman. Am I seeing things? Why is there a seal on a tropical island?
It's a tropical spotted seal unique to the Azure Islands. They're rare.
Huh.
It looks like it considers the snowman to be a companion.
That's not what I said, Jehoshaphat. I said frangipanis. I watched the seal curiously touch the snowman with its flippers. Then I turned and spread my arms toward Zayne.
Come here.
I jump into Zayne's arms. He catches me and our laughter spills out. Ooh, big hug. Aren't you going to ask why I did that?
There doesn't need to be a reason, but I'm curious if there is one. So, why did you do that?
A good snowman deserves a good seal's hug. So a big snowman... It's a terrible joke, but Zayne still smiles.
Yes, the other snowman shouldn't be left out.
Although we're here to explore, we can't resist the urge to find gifts for Yuki as we head back. This crystallized branch is hard enough for Yuki to sharpen their beak with. They might like these chestnuts too. Let's grab some. Before we know it, our pockets are filled with trophies.
At this rate, we might be able to open a store if we keep collecting things. We can call...
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I misclicked.
At this rate, we might be able to open a store if we keep collecting things. We can call it the Birdie Store.
Heroes returning from a hunt should always bring back some gifts.
A hunt?
Yeah. Haven't you heard about the theory that says pets think they're hunting whenever they go outside? If they don't bring anything back home, the pet will think it failed at hunting.
Is that why you're always eager to sift through my bags when I come home?
You caught me red-handed, but it's because you always bring back lots of delicious treats.
Indeed. I would have a thought such as, she'd like this, and then I'd buy it.
Zayne is very thoughtful. Returning to the hotel courtyard in the evening, I discover a seashell wind chime strung with a thin cord on the hammock. It seems he didn't forget to bring me back a trophy from his hunt this time. I swear, sometimes I have short-term memory and have to remember. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait, did I do this? Did I do this? I'm confused. I think I did this. Yeah, I did do this. See, every time I have to ask myself, like, Am I on the next chapter? Which one am I on? Afternoon sunlight spills into the courtyard, and the air carries the faint, refreshing sweet scent of fruit. Its source is the dazzling array of tropical fruits laid out before me and Zayne.
For this summer mocktail challenge, all experienced reviewers must use at least 3 island-exclusive fruits to create a cold drink. After uploading a photo of your creation to the official website, the entry with the most likes will win a 3-year free accommodation voucher. The beverage will become an island-exclusive specialty drink.
Soursop and mango. The colors complement each other well, but wouldn't they be overwhelmingly sweet together?
I'll try adding some tamarind. It might balance out the flavor.
I heard that when soursop and tamarind are mixed together, you get a carrot-like flavor. Zayne's hand stops just as it's about to touch the tamarind, then pinches the stem of a pear.
I think the pear is more fitting for today's theme.
Just as I hide a smile, Yuki wobbles onto the table. They let out a weak whimper before splaying their talons. They press their tummy against the cold glass bowl. Yuki looks really tired. Zayne frowns slightly and reaches out to touch Yuki's head.
They have a high body temperature. They might be suffering from heat exhaustion.
Oh, poor thing.
Let's move them to a place with shade before giving them water. If that doesn't help, we'll contact the Wildlife Protection Society.
Okay. There's some shade under the lush vegetation near the courtyard. I gently carry Yuki over there, while Zayne brings a small dish filled with cool water. Yuki struggles to roll over. They deliberately turn their back to Zayne. They're not interested in the water.
We'll have to try this, I suppose.
Zayne raises his hand and a handful of glistening snow appears out of nowhere. It bursts like icy blue fireworks above Yuki's head. Aww. Our birdie slowly flaps their wings and sits up. They spin and let the snowflakes cover their down feathers.
They cheered up rather quickly.
As expected of Dr. Zayne, you have a way with the kids at the hospital, and it works with our birdie.
It's also very effective with adults.
I immediately reach out, and a small cluster of snowflakes falls down. It cools the warmth of my hand.
I need to add a little surprise for grown-ups.
A moment passes, and I receive a glistening cup of pear juice with shaved ice. Zayne made it for me.
It might not be special, but I can guarantee it tastes good at the very least.
I take a spoonful. The shaved ice is refreshing and delicious, just as I'm about to give out a compliment.
Delicious! More, please!
Huh? That wasn't me. I was about to say something similar, though.
I know. You don't end your sentences with chirp.
Wait, if it wasn't me and it wasn't you, then... We look toward the area with shade at the same time. As expected, Yuki is standing on the spoon, their feet pressed down on the handle. After updating the Wildlife Protection Society about our birdie's condition, we received some new information from them. Although it's difficult to determine the exact species, Yuki most likely belongs to one that displays a high level of intellect. Can't believe Yuki is smart. He might be a genius among birds.
I guess we have two geniuses now.
Yuki is already strutting around with their tail up and chest puffed out during our conversation. Hearing those words makes them more proud. Unfortunately, they get carried away. Be careful! In the ensuing chaos, the soursop juice is knocked over. The liquid and our birdie tumble into the pear-flavored shaved ice. Zayne fishes Yuki out of the ice. To our surprise, they stretch their neck and flap their wings, and they peck at the shaved ice again. Is it really delicious?
We rescued them in the nick of time, and the other side of the shaved ice is still intact. We can try it.
Allow me. I scoop a spoonful into my mouth. The uniquely sweet and tangy flavor spreads across my tongue. It actually tastes really good.
A certain genius accidentally stumbled into success.
As our chaotic afternoon winds down, we sit cross-legged in the shade of a tree. We share a cup of our special blend accident. Zayne, how many likes do you think our creation will get?
Based on current projections, we're guaranteed 4 likes, and potentially more.
Zayne gives me his phone. I'm shocked to see the screen showing a link he shared. Grayson and Yvonne have already liked it. I'll share it right now. The shaved ice sits on the ground as the sea breeze sweeps past us and carries the fragrance of fruit. The sounds of cicadas and waves intertwine to create a languid summer afternoon. Nearby, Yuki sneaks over to steal another bite. They shake their head vigorously because of the cold. Brain freeze. Ever since Zayne created a pile of snow for Yuki, they stopped being afraid of him. But I notice how they're becoming more alike. In the early morning, I groggily open my eyes. I find myself staring into Yuki's round, beady black eyes. Noticing I'm awake, they lower their head and nuzzle my fingertip. Yuki is more punctual than an alarm clock. The arm around my waist tightens slightly. Good morning, Zayne. Yuki is here to wake us up.
Good morning.
Good morning indeed. Ever since they started living with us, they developed a strict daily routine. On the other hand, Zayne... We stayed up late last night, so he's unusually reluctant to get out of bed.
They're becoming more attached to you lately.
Oh? Are you jealous of a bird, Dr. Zayne?
I wouldn't call it that. However, I can understand why they're attached to you.
He gently kisses the corner of my lips.
Our bird isn't the only one who likes being by your side.
So much, sweetie. It's morning and the aroma of fried eggs fills the kitchen. I'm making fresh juice while Yuki stands on the edge of the counter. They're helping out. Yuki, can you pass me the lemon? Our birdie tilts their head. With a push of their talon, they flip the recipe book to the page that lists juice proportions.
They want you to add exactly 2 lemons as shown in the chart.
I I raise an eyebrow as I watch Zayne use a digital scale to measure out bird food. Zayne, doesn't it feel like Yuki is becoming more like you?
Really? I haven't noticed.
Zayne gives me a puzzled look as he absent-mindedly straightens a crooked jar of nuts. Behind him, Yuki flaps their wings as they fly past. They extend their talon to pick up a fallen dishcloth, hang it up, and straighten it. Their movements are as graceful as flowing water. You two are exactly alike. While cleaning the birdcage, I find even more proof to support my theory. I hold up our birdie's food dish and gesture for Zayne to look at the dried carrot pieces buried at the bottom. Mister, I absolutely refuse to eat carrots. The evidence is irrefutable. You two even have the same picky eating habits.
Ah, carrots truly are a force of evil in the culinary world.
Our birdie extends their talon and drags the carrots under them. It's an attempt to conceal the evidence of their picky eater crime. When they notice me watching, they immediately flop down on their cushion and roll onto their back. They're trying to distract me by acting cute. I look at Zayne again.
I didn't teach them that.
Hi, Cole. The storm subsides and it'll soon be time for us to say goodbye to our bird. Yeah, I'm not fond of beets or green beans. The canned beets and green beans they used to serve at school. Ugh. Ate them. The storm subsides and it'll soon be time for us to say goodbye to our bird. Ever since Yuki learned to fly, going out to explore has become part of their daily routine. Is a seashell your gift for today?
They memorized our habit of going out to hunt for them, I suppose.
After setting down the seashell, Yuki nuzzles my fingertips before turning around and hopping onto the small wooden table nearby. Watching them use their talons to open the plant guidebook we found for them, I move closer to Zayne. Do you think they're actually preparing for grad school? A few days ago, I saw them carrying plants that looked exactly like the ones in the guidebook. They even compared them. Zayne puts away his newspaper before pulling me into his embrace.
I doubt it. They need a student ID card to go to grad school. As the Wildlife Protection Society's rescue ship arrives at the dock, our island experience event officially comes to an end.
Thank you so much. The observation data will be incredibly valuable and a huge help for our ongoing ecological assessment. After we complete the health assessment, we'll relocate them to a suitable protected area. Here's the contact information for our group. Feel free to visit us anytime.
Thank you.
Take good care of yourself, okay? I crouch down and gently touch Yuki's little head. They respond with a few soft chirps as if to say goodbye. As the ship disappears from sight, I stare at the horizon. I'm lost in thought until Zayne puts his arm around my shoulders. I knew they'd go to a protected zone, but I still felt sad when we said goodbye.
We can visit them whenever we want. Instead of trying to ease the sorrow of farewells, it's better to look forward to the next reunion. For instance, We could ask them to be our tour guide and show us around their home.
When you put it like that, I'm starting to look forward to it. We chat about our dreams for the future as we walk toward the wooden boardwalk. Behind us, the dock, once quiet, welcomes new visitors.
Hello, dear guests. Please try the soursop pear blend. It's our island resort specialty.
It's the weekend after we've returned to Lincoln City. Zayne and I are at home. We're making wind chimes from the fruit shells we brought back.
Hello? Here's a commemorative package from Chirpy Island.
I can't believe the hotel sent us photos from when we first arrived. I almost forgot about those.
Otto is skilled at photography.
Against a backdrop of golden sands and azure waves, I'm standing on my tiptoes with my arms wrapped around Zayne's neck. With a gentle smile, he's looking at me. What about these ones? They look like photos of Yuki. They used fruit shells to make little figures of us.
Back then, it always carried these around like they were their treasures. Now they're our souvenirs.
Aww. I didn't expect our birdie to like you so much. They were scared of you at first. Doesn't this remind you of the cat from the cafe we visit all the time? I remember the first time it saw you, it was a little scared to come close. But after that, every time you showed up, it would curl up on your lap and start purring.
Besides the cat, someone else also wanted to run away when she first saw me.
Yeah, I thought I encountered a snowman, but I deliberately draw out my words. Under Zayne's amused gaze, I lunge forward and bury my face in his chest. In this heat, a snowman is exactly what I need, and apparently a motorboat.
You don't need one during the winter.
In winter, it'll be my turn to keep you warm. The fruit shell wind chimes by the window tinkle in the night breeze, their gentle sounds carrying summer memories as they flow throughout the room. Yay! Alright, next is... Oh, wrong button. I need to switch first. Sylus! They're right there! It isn't until we step onto soft golden sand that I feel like my Chirpy Island investigation trip with Sylus is real. Seagulls soar overhead and swoop at flocks of colorful birds. Otto, who's wearing a grass skirt, sings as it leads us to the hotel. What a lively island. Even Otto is enthusiastic. Neither Mephisto nor I can understand Otto's song, but Sylus seems to be at ease. He even occasionally hums along. Do you understand what it's singing?
Spending time on the island is wonderful. May brilliant sunlight shine upon us forever. It doesn't sound particularly wonderful, though.
A short phrase can carry that much meaning? Sylus waves the book in his hand. On its colorful cover is the following: Dummy's Guide for Azuri's 9 Dialects. You bought that from the captain less than 2 hours ago.
2 hours is enough.
Fine, but Mr. Translator, the sun doesn't shine forever. Our exploration will be conducted at night for the most part. I pat Silas's shoulder with a flourish and show him the email the Environmental Protection Association sent.
At night, we can go on a surprise tour to see bioluminescent sea trenches in a crystal forest.
It was arranged by Serena.
Is that so? No wonder this looks more wonderful.
Before Silas can finish his sentence, Mephisto suddenly cries out. A daring seagull uses his head as a launch pad to take flight. Mephisto angrily flaps his wings, takes to the skies, and chases after the seagull for a fight. Seeing this, other defeated birds join Mephisto with renewed vigor. They're fighting again. I guess Mephisto is about to become their leader.
Let him have his fun. He looks happy to me.
At the treehouse, Silas and I decided to catch up on sleep first. We'll explore the island at night. But just when we pull the curtains and lie down, I'm pretty sure I left the door open for Mephisto.
You did. And there was enough space for him to lead an entire army of seagulls here.
Then why is it so noisy? The seagulls better not have called for backup. We get up and pull open the curtains. Sunlight floods into the room as colorful birds scatter. By the window lies a mountain of assorted fruits, along with an unusual, vibrantly colored egg with all sorts of patterns on it. I can understand the fruits being their way of thanking Mephisto. What's with the egg, though?
Maybe they believe we're good trainers, so they want us to raise another Mephisto. But these patterns are unusual. Its species might not be your average seabird.
We place the egg in a bamboo basket lined with cushions and a thin blanket. Then we contact the local Wildlife Protection Society.
Thank you for calling. We're aware of the situation and will send someone to assist with the egg as soon as the storm passes. Based on your description, this could very well be a rare new species. Please care for it until we send someone to the island.
All right. Now Mephisto will have a friend.
He might not see it that way.
Silas hits the nail on the head. Looking at where he's pointing, I see the familiar flutter of wings at the window. Mephisto is perched on the windowsill. He glances at the egg before incredulously turning to us. That's not my baby! Oh, wait. I think I went to the wrong one. I keep doing this. Oh. Here we go. After choosing the name Lucy for the bird, we prepare to care for it and listen to the society members' advice. The reason I named it Lucy is I actually wanted to name it Lucifer, since the crow's name is Mephisto, which is short for Mephistopheles. But the game won't let me put in that long of a name, so I shortened it to Lucy. While Otto looks for an incubator, Silas and I transform the garden swing chair into a luxury bird nest under Mephisto's watchful gaze.
We're not replacing you. You brought this egg here. Even birds must accept the consequences of their actions.
But I don't want to be a daddy or a brother. I gently pat Mephisto's head. You'll have fun if you get involved. Do you want to give it a try? Sylus makes eye contact with me. One glance is all he needs to know what I'm thinking. Don't laugh! Mephisto, we haven't found an incubator yet. Would you like to... Okay. After searching across the entire island, Otto finds the only spare incubator available. For the past 2 days, Sylus and I have been recording data for Lucy's life journal.
Temperature 38 degrees Celsius. Humidity 65%. Starting to pip, which is a sign that it'll hatch soon.
I lean against Sylus's shoulder as I record the data. The Wildlife Protection Society looked at the photos and said Lucy should hatch either today or tomorrow.
We should keep a close eye on it.
I already have a camera ready. We'll capture the moment it hatches, and I'll develop the photos so we can put them in our journal. I point to the drawings on the page. A proud cat head, a horned fiend with a mischievous grin, and a speechless crow perched on his shoulder. I'll paste the photos under these warm, loving foster parents.
Their expressions can hardly be considered warm and loving.
I always draw them like that. I only realized it after the fact.
Then we might as well raise it to be fierce and intimidating.
Huh?
A family should be consistent.
The Wildlife Protection Society will have a meltdown if Lucy was like that. Why don't we... As I speak, I pinch Sylus's cheeks with both hands.
What? Practice being warm and loving in advance?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I smile before kissing the corner of his mouth. Mwah. Sylus is about to say something, but a crisp sound interrupts him. We both turn our heads. A fluffy little head emerges from the eggshell. Small, beady black eyes stare at me and Sylus. Sylus, we did it! Lucy wobbles out and steps into my palm. I carefully lift them up.
The bird doesn't look fierce. We'll see what they become under our care.
Oh, right. Let's take a picture. I pull out my camera and point it at Lucy. Mephisto arrives, drawn in by the commotion. He warily eyes Lucy. Mephisto, our birdie is just a baby. Don't fight. Before I can continue, Lucy tilts their head and stretches their neck. They peck Mephisto on the beak. Huh? My fingers react faster than my brain as I press the shutter button. He flew away. Lucy won without breaking a sweat. Sylus pokes Lucy, who takes this chance to hop onto his fingertip.
Ah, I see. Calling you fierce would be an understatement.
Now we're on this one. Now that Lucy is hatched and doesn't need constant supervision, Sylus and I can continue with our plan. But we run into an unexpected issue.
It's late. You should be sleeping.
Sylus and I stand at the doorway while Lucy uses their beak to tug Silas's pant leg. You're a clingy little birdie, huh?
Come here.
Lucy tilts their head and Mephisto reluctantly flies over.
It won't be for free. I'll give you the gem I just got at the auction. I'll throw in some fluorescence.
After saying a few words, Mephisto lands next to Lucy. Sulking, he lures them away. Amazed, I stare at Sylus. He tosses me the keys to the boat.
Let's go, Captain. The night is short and it won't wait for us.
After reviewing the Environmental Protection Association's recommendations, Sylus and I follow the map to reach the fluorescent trench. I think this boat is older than I am. And there's no fluorescence here either.
Maybe the area they marked is too big. We need to find the exact location ourselves. Ah, perfect timing. There's a fork, sweetie.
In front of us are two paths that split off. Going left would lead us to calm, open waters. Going right leads us to a dense coastal forest. We can either take a conventional route or embark on an adventure. What do you say, boss man?
I'm not one to choose the easy path.
What a coincidence. Me neither. The boat resumes its journey as we traverse the dense forest. We approach the cicadas' songs and the evening breeze. The sea beyond the forest remains surprisingly calm. We encounter several small, plump octopuses. Although, I think the correct term is octopi, but I think either will. Sylus, do you think Lucy would enjoy seafood as a treat?
Did you become a pirate as soon as we landed on Chirpy Island? Try not to calculate your bounty in front of others.
When the last word leaves Silas's mouth, a little octopus spits out a blob of ink. Sylus dispels it with red-black mist. Fine, but Lucy has been a little picky lately. Wait, Sylus, do you think something's wrong with our boat?
Watch out.
The seawater churns around us as Sylus supports my waist. He keeps me and himself afloat. Didn't think we'd find an undercurrent here. At least I have quick reflexes.
Ah, yes. You're quick enough to drag me down and feed me to the octopuses.
Following his gaze, I see the small octopuses from earlier. They're slowly swimming toward us. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I remember looking it up recently and seeing them say that either or, but I don't know. They're balancing strange, dark-colored nuts on their heads. Are those chestnuts?
It's probably their protective charms.
They look tasty. I wonder if Lucy would like them. With Mephisto's help, Sylus and I explore many places on the island. Interestingly, Mephisto and Lucy have been spending more time together. They're friendlier with each other and often team up against common enemies. At the pool, Sylus has his arm resting on the edge while Lucy and I are perched on it. We cheer enthusiastically. Go, Mephi! Anakinus won't lose! Beat up those nasty seagulls!
Thankfully, you don't have wings. Otherwise, you'd be flying higher than Mephisto himself.
We have a matchup between Anakinus and Chirpy Island. Since Anakinus's boss man doesn't care, I have to facilitate everything. As I speak, I lean over and sip the coconut juice Sylus is holding. A sudden cheer reaches our ears. Shocked, I look up at Sylus. Even he's stunned. That's Lucy? It is! Sylus, did you hear?
I did. I guess they also want to join Anakinus. But a single cheer isn't enough. Especially when it doesn't carry any weight.
Sylus! Boss man! Anakinus' leader!
It's a clever response, I'll give you that.
Sylus and I quickly contact the Wildlife Protection Society and learn that Lucy might possess intelligence that surpasses normal birds. They can talk and use tools. The Wildlife Protection Society wants us to continue with our observations and teach our birdie when necessary.
They didn't need to tell us that. Under these circumstances, it'd be hard not to teach them something.
Following Sylus's gaze, I see the TV screen flickering on and off. Lucy is stepping on the touchscreen remote. Just as I'm about to respond, he ruffles my hair.
Since we're staying in for once, do you want to watch a movie?
Half an hour later, Lucy is still gripping the remote with her talons. Meanwhile, we're cuddling on the sofa at a safe distance away from them.
Nothing has caught your eye?
Resting on Sylus's lap, I idly play with his fingers and make different hand gestures out of boredom. I shouldn't have let them choose. We could be watching Bloodfall Island like you said.
Are you tired?
A little. It's mostly because my sleep schedule is messed up.
Close your eyes and get some rest. You don't have to stay up late.
I'm not interested. Besides, Mephisto hasn't even passed out yet. I use his finger to point at Mephisto. Mephisto glances at me, then he closes the curtain with a towel. You've made your choice? Finally. I lean against Sylus and pull myself up. 2 words are on the TV screen. Bloodfall Island. I could have done that. Defeated, I fall back into Sylus's arms. His soft laughter brushes against my ear.
At least we know they have good taste. As the 2 people who served as their teachers, we deserve credit for influencing them.
In the middle of the night, a single treehouse shines brightly amidst the forest.
Sample vials.
Here. Silas takes them, places them in his bag, and slings it over one shoulder.
With these supplies, we have everything we need to explore the Crystal Forest.
I feel like they'd be interested in those transformed crystal branches. We're not bringing them along? In the garden, Mephisto and Lucy are working like an assembly line. They carry gemstones in their beaks and pile them onto a bird's nest.
They're amicable. It's not that I don't want to bring them, but what can we do with a bird who refuses to fly?
Silas picks up a gemstone and waves it at Lucy. Lucy is about to spread their wings, but then they look at the feathers on their chest before staring at us with pleading eyes.
They want to be flightless, sweetie. I can't do anything about that.
As he speaks, Silas puts the gemstone away. Yesterday they tried to fly, failed, and lost 2 chest feathers in the process. And they stared at their reflection in the mirror for who knows how long. Poor
Let's
thing.
go. The path through the Crystal Forest is rugged, and we don't have time to look after them.
The forests on this island are vibrant. It's normal for nocturnal animals to scurry, but... Proudly swishing their tail feathers, Lucy emerges from the bushes. I bend down to poke them. How did you 2 get here?
They probably found a crow willing to be their chauffeur.
You used to be so well behaved. How did you become even more rebellious than Mephisto?
They didn't want to stay home, so they followed us.
Lucy ruffles their feathers and Mephisto immediately flies over to their side.
Oh, birds of a feather flock together and look out for each other, huh? That's nice. Yeah, we're doing the same thing.
As I watch the birds' antics, I feel a firm grip around my waist. Silas's presence envelops me.
Even they know that kindred spirits should look after each other. So don't walk too far away from me.
Our pace isn't particularly fast. We walk ahead for a bit and leave the 2 birds behind. Then we wait for them to catch up. Lucy vigorously flaps their wings to keep up. With this kind of process, it's practically a flying exercise. How did we end up with a little materialist? They refuse to fly unless crystals are involved.
Technically speaking, the first sign was when they stole your necklace and placed it on their nest.
Why do they have to take after you? Before Silas can catch what I said, I smile and tickle his palm. It's fine. Besides, they can't steal this giant treasure from my hands.
It's definitely something to be proud of.
A shadowy figure darts out under the moonlight. Lucy circles overhead. After several loops, they slowly land on my palm. Mephisto lands on Silas's shoulder. The birds carry crystalline branches in their beaks. They can fly now!
Yes, it's all thanks to you.
Since Lucy learned how to fly, it's as if a door to a whole new world opened. Now they wish they could sleep in the sky. There's something to be said about flightless birds. At least you can pet them whenever you want. I look up at the sky and search for Lucy, but I don't see them. I open the life journal to cheer myself up. I thought the seagull leader for territory used crystals as projectiles to hunt, scared off monkeys with their calls. Is this our birdie? Silas holds my hand and turns to another page. It shows a picture of Lucy being pecked by seagulls while they retreat.
It's a good thing that we kept evidence of their transformation. Back then, they were bullied by seagulls. Now they're more like a bird of prey.
It's an intimidating title, but Lucy is still well behaved. A yellow blur flies past, and one of the pages in my journal is torn off.
Evidence! Complete destruction!
Witnesses.
Are you sure they're not a bird of prey?
How are we going to explain this to the Wildlife Protection Society? After the storm subsides, a member from the Wildlife Protection Society arrives on the island.
Since it is a new species that grew up in an environment influenced by protocours, we will design a habitat exhibiting similar conditions. We'll also conduct genetic research and work on our conservation efforts. Once the initial research is complete, we'll consider establishing a protected zone for them here on Chirpy Island. Did you two get along with them? Are there any interesting developments you could share with us?
After handing over the life journal documenting their growth, I stand where I am. I'm very anxious.
It's not your personal diary. Why are you so nervous?
I'm worried she might think we're terrible criminals who deliberately raised our bird to be like this. She flips through the journal, her expression shifting from shock to delight, concern and confusion. In other words, her face tells quite the story.
Fortunately, they were under your care. This new species developed incredibly strong survival skills.
That's one way of describing it.
We were concerned that the subsequent rewilding process might not progress smoothly, but it seems we don't need to worry.
We really are on the same page then. We're good parents! After Lucy is taken away, Mephisto carries the life journal back to his nest and is unusually quiet. As daylight fades and dusk takes its place, I sit on the beach swing until I feel the cold touch of a glass against my cheek.
Are you worried about the birdie?
I wonder if they'll be able to get along with the other birds at the Wildlife Protection Society without Mephisto. Silas hands me the iced fruit juice, and he leans against the back of the swing as we gently sway together.
I think you should be worried about the other birds there.
You're right. Considering Lucy's personality, I bet they'll establish an Onochinus bird division as soon as they arrive.
I won't ask for royalties, but they should check in with me once there's a group.
I guess warm and loving is still a challenge for us.
Look at this first. Then you can draw your own conclusions.
A crystal necklace shaped like a tree branch dangles before me. It's translucent and dazzling because of the sunlight. Silas helps me put it on. Then he goes around to sit next to me on the swing. It's made from a crystalline branch?
The birdie brought it back. They said it was a secret and a gift.
I knew it. Our birdie might be fierce, but deep down they still care about people and want to be nice.
You changed your tune quickly.
I fiddle with the necklace and look at Silas. Is Lucy the only one who cares about me?
Probably. After all, I'm neither warm nor loving enough according to some people.
I smile and wrap his finger around the necklace. Says who? The warmth and love I'm looking for isn't about being gentle all the time. Come to think of it, everything I know about warmth and love came from one person.
What a coincidence. The same can be said about me.
So this person you're talking about, did she spend an entire summer with you on an island? His fingers touch mine as we hold the necklace, and our shadows merge beneath the sunset's glow. They slowly become inseparable.
Who else could it possibly be?
All right, we're on the last one, home stretch. This took longer than I thought it would. But that's okay. It's time for the husbando. Carrying the duck boat's horn, Raphael and I sail toward Chirpy Island. He operates a control panel on the boat, and the duck beak at the bow dives into the water. It resurfaces with a net full of fish.
See, cutie? We don't have to waste time fishing anymore. It's so
Before he can finish his sentence, seabirds steal the fish in the net. It's so convenient as an automatic bird feeder. Yes, the fish for the finale.
It's fine. Now we can be good friends with the locals.
Silver linings. Controlling the boat, the beak scoots up nets filled with fish. Once we reach the shore, the seabirds have full stomachs. But as soon as we dock and set foot on the island, we discover that the seabirds have vanished. I guess the locals have no interest in socializing with us. They only wanted a free meal.
A foul decline in bird values, huh? How the mighty have fallen.
As soon as we enter the hotel, Otto greets us. It's wearing a grass skirt and carrying a basket of frangipani.
Welcome! Let Otto place these flowers on you. You'll be able to feel summer's vibrant vitality. Can the two of you bend down a little, please?
Who's supposed to be the guest here?
Raphael and I lean down. As Otto struggles to place the flowers on our heads, a strange noise resounds outside the hotel entrance.
Warning! Warning! There's a bird raid! Staff, please secure the doors and windows. We must stop them from stealing our food and drinks.
It has nothing to do with the seagull bandits we fed earlier, right? Right?
The familiar seagulls are carrying all sorts of nuts in their beaks. They pile them near the hotel entrance. Oh, We were wrong about them. They brought us gifts.
That's quite the thank you gift.
After checking in, we use a cart to transport the gift back to our private courtyard.
It doesn't matter how I look at it. We got the short end of the stick. Like, I don't want to eat nuts every day while we're here.
This one is as big as a coconut, and it still has branches attached to it. I'm impressed those seagulls could carry something so heavy. They're extraordinary.
I found another unusual thing. Why is there an egg inside that shell you're holding?
Puzzled, I turn the shell over and find a bright yellow egg. What kind of parent would be reckless enough to lay an egg inside the nut they eat?
I worked with plenty of eggshells when making pigments, but I've never seen a pattern like this. It's as intricate as an oil painting.
Is it a rare species? But there are a lot of birds on this island. How are we supposed to help find its parents? Following Otto's advice, we start a video call with the local Wildlife Protection Society.
I can't believe this might be an undiscovered species.
The parents are careless. The survival rate of their children can't be high. Since the Wildlife Protection Society said artificial incubation would be safer, let's take care of it until it can weather the storm by itself. I find a suitable spot in the courtyard for a bird's nest and ask Rafayel to help me with its construction. Once we finish building the nest, it can hatch and grow up here.
It can eat nuts, eat some nuts, eat more nuts. Since it's destined to have a connection with nuts, we might as well use up all the nuts we got.
And we're lucky ducks that just so happen to have them. Our fates are intertwined.
Then let's hold on tight to this destiny together and help it grow up safe and sound.
I take the frangipani, a symbol of vitality, from my hair, put it in the nest, and give it my blessing. Then Raphael takes the flower from his hair and tucks it behind my ear.
My blessing should be saved for the person whom I share a deep bond with.
Recently, Raphael has been documenting the eggshell's changes in color. He predicts that our birdie should hatch within the next couple of days. And so the hanging chair in front of the nest became home to two people watching with bated breath. My eyes are starting to hurt. Why isn't there any movement yet? Raphael gently massages the area around my eyes and guides my head to rest on his shoulder.
Let's take turns. I'll stare at it for a while, then you can stare at it.
Wake me up if anything happens. I don't want the time I spent waiting to be for nothing. My cheek is playfully pinched and I giggle. I bury my face in the crook of his neck.
We're waiting for the birdie, but at least I found an ostrich who's burying her head. The wait isn't a complete waste of time.
To welcome the new life that may arrive at any moment, we agreed on a name in advance. Joy. Now, I might be misremembering, but I think Raphael's Chinese name translates to joy, which is why I named the bird Joy. Nothing happened. Maybe we should change shifts. I'm afraid I'll get too comfy and fall asleep. I jolt from my sleepy state only to see the egg is completely intact. I heard a bird chirping. Am I imagining things? Huh? I immediately confiscate his phone, which is the source of the sounds. I knew it. You're still laughing, huh? You're the one who called me an ostrich, but don't underestimate an ostrich's fighting power. Raphael's hair becomes twice as fluffy because of my ruffling. Then a crisp sound reaches our ears. Frozen with shock, we incredulously turn our heads toward the egg.
The sounds worked?
The eggshell is pecked again. A heart-shaped opening appears, and a chick tumbles out. It's like a puddle of egg yolk. Raphael, we brought our birdie into this world! We're a mommy and daddy!
Yeah, but something's off.
Hmm?
The first step went smoothly, though. It won't be long before we can show the birdie the world we see. They made a heart after being born. This cutie patootie has potential as an artist.
They just hatched and you're already planning their entire life? Our birdie used a lot of force to appear before us. They should be a battle bird.
That's the pot calling the kettle black.
Joy attempts to interrupt our argument with feeble protests. Oh, right. The organization told us that birds need to be fed right after they hatch. I hold the little bird in my hands while Raphael squats down and feeds them spoonfuls of food. Not a single drop is spilled. Your technique is on the level of a professional. I would have rewarded you if you weren't mischievous earlier, but...
Who said I was being mischievous? If it weren't for the bird sounds I played, they wouldn't have hatched. Our birdie was drawn to the voices of his friends and wanted to follow them.
With a straight face, I use Raphael as a negative example to teach Joy. Joy, don't use him as a role model.
The birdie doesn't want a lesson. Look, the talons moved twice. I got a thumbs up.
It wouldn't hurt to fully experience that, right? While Raphael is still seated, I lift the little bird and let it sit on top of Raphael's head. I protectively put my hands around it.
This birdie's weight is remarkable.
Compared to the nutshell, your hair looks more like a nest. Why don't we let our birdie be your hat permanently?
Let's not create new species.
Mazel tov! As joy grows, their appetite should increase. But lately, more of the nuts we feed them are untouched.
Does this birdie even know their title is the child of the nuts? They're being ungrateful with how they look down on nuts. They even think they're too good for them.
It's because you spend the whole day eating fish next to them. The poor thing was tempted. Now their taste is like yours.
So they're ignoring perfectly good nuts and want fish?
Don't blame them. The fish is too delicious. When he notices my mischievous gaze, he smiles, pulls me by the waist, and gives me a quick peck. Mwah.
Okay. We'll give them our lunch today.
When Raphael places the fish in front of the nest, Joy, who's lying on their back, pretends to nonchalantly turn on their side. And just like that, a custard-colored fluff ball runs towards the fish.
Will there ever be a day when this bird brings us fish?
Our birdie's wings aren't even as big as that fish's fin. You're getting ahead of yourself.
But they ate the last fish we had. What are we gonna do now?
After ceremoniously surrendering our last rations to the bird, we embark on a scavenging adventure on the beach. I think we ate enough seafood. Should we try something different? We haven't tasted the local tropical fruits yet. Those trees are really tall, though.
You don't have to pick fruit from the trees. Do you want to use the Lemurian method?
On the sea that's as blue as blueberry soda, Raphael and I lounge in our colorful swim rings like gummies. Raphael reaches beneath the crystal clear water and scoops up an assortment of different fruits. The Lemurian method is floating on the sea and eating an oceanic fruit salad?
Yup. When we want to eat something fresh, we head to the surface and eat fruits that were carried away by the tide.
Holding onto his arm, I lean over. I scoop at the water for a long time, but I have nothing to show for it. Meanwhile, his arms are carrying loads of fruit. Why can't I catch anything? Did you bribe the waters while I wasn't looking?
Well, this is a special skill only Lemurians have. I guess you'll have to eat my fruits, cutie.
Let me try again. Wait. Why do I feel like I'm spinning? That's when I realize the arm I'm holding is subtly steering me around in the water. No wonder all the fruits ended up drifting toward him. Raphael!
How does it feel to eat fruit salad at a revolving restaurant?
After devouring all the fruits Raphael collected, we lazily float on the sea. I hope Joy is actually eating their fish and not chewing the frangipani in their nest again.
That birdie has to find their own food eventually. We don't need to worry.
But I can't help but feel like we snuck out. Raphael holds my hand and presses our swim rings together.
We're not sneaking around. This is out in the open and not underwater. We'll hold hands, forget about everything else, and float together for a long, long, long time.
Watching the shore become more distant, I tickle Raphael's palm when he's about to doze off. If we keep drifting like this, we might end up on another island. What if we float to Meow's Island? It's the one that only has cats.
We need to get back to shore. Now.
Back to base, back to base, back to base. Raphael, where did we put that enormous seashell we found on the beach? It's a souvenir. As I rummage through everything, I hear a faint, distant response. Hmm? What? Did you throw it away? I rush to the living room to confront Raphael about this crime, but I'm greeted by his bewildered expression. Huh? Perplexed, we follow the mysterious voice to its source, which turns out to be Joy. Instead of resting in their bird nests, they're in the seashell. They're pretending to be a hermit bird. I heard that, right? the bird just talked?
It can't be a recording inside the seashell. Is this birdie really that special? Can you say something else for us?
The ball of fluff inside the seashell shifts slightly, and an almond-like beak reveals itself. It is our birdie, Raphael. We should tell the Wildlife Protection Society about this. There could be new scientific discoveries here. After we make a report to the organization, they assess its phylogenetic relationships and language capabilities. It's likely this species of bird is very intelligent. We might have full-blown conversations with Joyce someday.
But this suspicious birdie tried to frame me. Are you gonna do something about that?
Framing you the moment they learn to talk. They deserve a reward for doing a complicated action. I give Joyce some shellfish meat. They had been waiting for it with their beak open. Dinner's ready. Chirp. However, Joy, our linguistic prodigy, is showing signs of becoming a mobile noise machine.
I'm a bad bird. I steal fish and run away.
This is what happens when you teach them your birdie symphonies. Now they won't stop singing.
I thought they'd be a good lead vocalist for my seagull choir. I didn't expect this level of dedication.
We need to introduce this birdie to some quiet hobbies. Yeah, birds should quietly dig in the sand. Watching Joy dig into the sand to make a small castle on the beach, we exchange meaningful smiles.
From music to sand sculptures, my art lessons suit them.
Since they're suited for a path intertwined with the arts, why don't you show them how to make a real sculpture, Master Raphael?
I guess I could, yeah.
Before long, an unrecognizable pit appears next to my feet.
Over here. Lie down in the hole.
Is there a theme behind this masterpiece?
Isn't it obvious? It's a trap.
I play along and lie down in his trap. Joy imitates me by settling into the small hole they dug. By the time Joy finishes decorating the sand mound with seashells, I'm surprised to see a mermaid tail. I can't believe a mermaid tail made out of sand could look so realistic.
How does it feel to be a mermaid?
In fairy tales, mermaids make significant sacrifices to become human. But I'm a human who gets to be a mermaid for free. This is a good deal.
Who said you didn't need to pay a price?
He leans in. Before he kisses me, he covers Joy's eyes with their wings.
You have to stay by my side so that I can turn you into a mermaid. Am I wrong?
It's getting dark. Dinner's ready.
Joy is making bold strides in the arts thanks to Raphael's guidance. But their wings are more robust, so they need to hone their primary skill, flying. It's already dark. Why hasn't Joy come back yet? They haven't stayed out this late for practice flights before.
Chirpy Island's ecosystem has been altered because of a protocore. It's probably affecting their protofield sensitivity.
We need to help our birdie find their way home then. Having successfully found a whale using a whale whistle before, we decided to use a bird whistle this time. Raphael picks up broken plant stems from the forest floor and cuts them with his tools. You know how to make bird whistles?
I studied the basic crafting process when I visited a village for inspiration, but I never actually did it.
The stems are slowly transformed in his hands. If they return safely, I promise I won't scold them for their misdeeds anymore.
You caught them red-handed again?
I realize that the closer we are, the more shameless they act. Their pink-yellow feathers and talon prints are everywhere. It's impossible not to catch them. The whistle has been completed. Raphael weaves something with the leaves still attached to it.
They're just like me. Neither of us knows how to remove the evidence. When I was little, I was so focused on braiding an octopus's tentacles that I didn't notice how it took my necklace away. Then it took the evidence to the grown-ups and tattled on me.
That explains why you're good at weaving leaves together to make a bird. A moment passes. He dangles the whistle with its woven bird decoration in front of me. He adjusts the water level in the bird whistle several times. Sounds of various pitches are produced.
To make it appear, we need to make the whistle sound like their call. But I can't remember what they sound like. Do you remember? Why don't you try imitating them?
Desperate to find our birdie, I muster up all my strength and use the bits of bird speak that I know. Coo, coo, tweet, tweet, deep, deep, chirp, chirp. You're not even trying.
I don't need a seagull choir anymore. You're more than enough. I'll use this.
He blows the bird whistle and the crisp sound travels through the forest. Under the moonlight, I search for Joy's figure. Joy, I wonder if they heard us. As time slowly passes, my anxiety worsens. And then I feel the weight of Joy on my shoulder. The soft feathers on their head tickle my face as they nuzzle me. Yeah, now that we've found you, we can go home together. I smooth down their disheveled tail feathers. Raphael gives me a serious expression.
What do you think? Are they officially part of our world now?
Of course. As you said, we held on tight to the special fate that involves us and our birdie. I feel the warmth of his hand against my palm and can sense how firm his grip is.
We need to hold on tight and never let go.
Right? Raphael flips the fish on the grill and serves me the first piece.
I never thought we'd eat fish that it caught before we leave.
Well, where did they fly off to? Isn't the scent of grilled fish tantalizing?
They have a lot of interests and hobbies. Our birdie isn't a baby that only thinks about food now.
I know, but we're about to head back. They've been going out more frequently, too. Our birdie has left the nest.
I know a certain hunter who's always away on missions. Do you think they took after you?
The bird in question dive bombs like an unidentified yellow projectile. They land on my shoulder and flap their wings that are large enough to cover my face.
Where's the magic treasure? There it is! There it is!
Treasure?
They prepared a gift for you, and I don't get anything? I taught them more than an opera's worth of songs.
Following Joy, the treasure we find is... your egg? The broken eggshell has reappeared. It's somehow intact. I see it's filled with strangely colored stones from Chirpy Island. So that's why you've been out every day. You were collecting these stones to make a gift for me?
The colors are arranged in an artistic manner, as expected of my bird protege.
Don't be ridiculous. They're closer to me. Why else would I be the only person who got a gift?
Well, actually, a certain someone is closer to you. Do you really think they were the only one who pieced this eggshell back together?
I definitely needed Raphael's help, but still. The smart birdie wouldn't struggle with putting an eggshell back together, right? Joy stands proudly with their wings to their sides. Their head is held high.
That's silly! Smart!
Raphael flips the eggshell over to reveal a doodle on the other side. It's a drawing of the three of us going home together.
You're not going to credit them for the drawing, too, right? Don't tell me you think they could scratch this out.
I move closer and wrap my arms around his waist. His words melt in our embrace. I know. This gift is from you two. Wait. Have you been planning this in secret ever since they learned how to speak?
What do you think?
Raphael and I pretend we would see Joy tomorrow when we say goodbye to them. But they cling to us and refuse to let go. The Wildlife Protection Society member struggles before leaving with our birdie. They know us so well that they probably saw right through us. Oh, poor birdie. Even though I knew our time with Joy would be brief, we brought them into this world. We helped our birdie see, hear, and become part of our world.
No matter how well we prepare for goodbyes, there's still a sense of loss when the moment arrives.
He hugs me. His embrace is gentle yet firm.
But look on the bright side. These moments let you have the most profound of attachments.
You've experienced this before, huh?
That's what happens when someone suddenly disappears and makes me search for her for a long, long time.
Resting against his chest and barely making out his mumbling, I look up at him. I'm confused.
I'm saying that the more profound the attachment, the longer we savor the memory, and we're more likely to look forward to next time, don't you think?
You're right. We should hold on to our fondness for this summer and look forward to seeing Joy again.
It's not just Birdie. I'm also looking forward to the next time we set sail, our next vacation, and... Uh-oh. There are too many things I look forward to doing with you.
Raphael clinks his glass of juice against mine.
We better hurry and chase after summer's last ray of sunlight.
You're not worried about being seasick anymore? All right, Captain. We'll go full speed ahead. And that's it. That's all of the chapters for every love interest. Yay! It's only been like 3 hours, 20 minutes, but I started a lot later than I planned, so I am starving and tired. I will stream tomorrow because I was lucky enough to get 3 out of the 5 cards. I'm sorry. I know it would have been nice to be able to stream all 5 cards, but I spent way too much on the wedding banner. I'm not doing that again this time. So, if you're wanting to see the memories for Zayne, Sylus, and my husbando, Rafayel, I'll be streaming those cards memories tomorrow, okay? For those that were here watching live with me, thank you for being here today. I'm so happy I get to show off my new Live 2D model at last. Oh, you're not wrong, Josephets. Weddings do tend to be expensive. But for those watching live, if you haven't already, please be sure to give me a follow here on Twitch. That does help me with my goals here. And for those watching in the future, thank you for watching my VODs. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channels, as that'll let you know when new VODs are available and when I post songs to my main YouTube channel, which will hopefully be soon. Please. Well, that's all for now. Have a fantastic day. See you next time. Bye-bye.